Okay, so I'm making this video really for everyone, for myself, for my students, for my distance students, and for anyone who really wants to train in martial arts, any martial art. And these are important things that are universal, okay? So, you know, when you're training in martial arts, understand, particularly certain martial arts are highly effective and could be dangerous even with the training implements you use. A training stick, a training knife, a training sword, even training empty hand certain ways can be really, really dangerous really quickly. So we have to take care of each other. So I have to take care of my training partner. I have to make sure that I'm not going to accidentally lay them out. I'm not going to hit them too hard. I'm not going to hit the wrong spot and cause any kind of injury, pain. Sometimes that's a part of martial art training. You're going to take nicks and you're going to get some pain. Hopefully no serious injuries. And that's what we want to do, is we want to protect the people we train with. Now, as an instructor, I want, you know, that for all my students. And the reason is your experience that you're having in my school is going to determine whether you want to stay here and you feel safe and want to train or not. Because if you don't really feel safe, you may not want to come back. And so, you know, a certain part of that level of safety is directly related to each individual student you train with. If you're training with me one-on-one, this is a certain thing. If you're training with a group of people, then every member of that group has to be of the same mind. So you have to protect yourself as well. So if my training partner has a lapse, has a mistake, that I'm prepared to protect myself. I'm not just laying myself out vulnerably. I'm not throwing a punch wide and leaving my head there. And if it's designed that I should, I want to make sure that I protect myself to the degree possible. Only that a very serious mistake would cause me to get hit, okay? So that's something that you have to want to do. You also have to understand how to make contact and understand where that pressure can be halted, and the understanding of the technique is now mirrored in your body, yet you're not injuring your training partner. Then of course use apparatus like the Wing Chun dummy or bob or a heavy bag and jump rope and the patterns to do footwork on the floor, moving, and these kinds of things are important training events that you can do on your own. But whenever you're in a seminar or at my school, I really want you to think about everything you're doing is serious. You know, get the level of training that you provide to your training partner will be reflected back to you. So if I really don't want to train with this person because they're a beginner and I'm just kind of going, do whatever, well, they're going to reflect that back to you when they've been here 6 months, and they're going to train to you like that, okay? Now, to some degree, training with that beginner is going to offer you insight into the real world of how people tend to move that don't have training. It's an important thing, but of course, eventually you want them assimilated into the structure that we have, because it's there for a reason. So you become competent and can execute without hurting your training partner. And then you want to move that training into a place where it isn't safe. You want to lead that into the place where the monster lives and that you can let that monster out, okay? But that monster isn't your training partner, okay? You're not letting that monster out on your training partner, okay? To a degree, you will want to role play and mimic at a high level so that you can execute under duress. But you're not here to hurt your training partner, guys. Please, you know, keep the training realistic and keep the training precise and keep the training moving forward so that we all rise together. Raising tide rises all ships, they say, something like that. So if you help that person get better, then they can help you get better. But if you just kind of pour it out on them, they're not going to be able to help you in the end, right? So what are you here for? For yourself only? Well, even if that's the case, you're only going to go so far. Because I'm not going to train with you the entire time, and someone who's been here 10 years isn't going to want to train with you if you don't turn around and offer them good energy and offer them that level of competence of a training partner that you will have assimilated. So if you're not giving that both to the junior student and to the senior student, you're going to get that reflected back to you. So you're only going to stay at a certain level. And so, you know, the reason I teach is to bring you to a higher level. So let's do it, guys.